Hello, this is Krystal, and thank you so much for joining me for this week's First Chapter Friday. Today, I will be reading from the beginning of Madeline Miller's Circe. I actually just finished this book, and it was amazing. I cannot recommend this book enough. Madeline Miller's Song of Achilles got a lot of recognition, and I think Circe is just as good. So please check out this book. Chapter 1. When I was born, the name for what I was did not exist. They called me nymph, assuming I would be like my mother, and aunts, and 1,000 cousins, least of the lesser goddesses. Our powers were so modest, they could scarcely ensure our eternities. We spoke to fish and nurtured flowers, coaxed drops from the clouds, or salt from the waves. That word, nymph, paced out the length and breadth of our futures. In our language, it means not just goddess, but bride. My mother was one of them, a naiad, guardian of fountains and streams. She caught my father's eye when he came to visit the halls of her own father, Oceanos. Helios and Oceanos were often at each other's tables in those days. They were cousins, and equal in age, though they did not look it. My father glowed bright as just forged bronze, while Oceanus had been born with rheumy eyes and a white beard to his lap. Yet they were both Titans, and preferred each other's company to those new squeaking gods upon Olympus, who had not seen the making of the world. Oceanus's palace was a great wonder, set deep in the earth's rock. Its high-arched halls were gilded, the stone floors smoothed by centuries of divine feet. Through every room ran the faint sound of Oceanus's river, Circe of the world's fresh waters, so dark you could not tell where it ended and the rock bed began. On its banks grew grass and soft gray flowers, and also the unnumbered children of Oceanus, naiads and nymphs and river gods. Otters sleek, laughing, their faces bright against the dusky air, they passed golden goblets among themselves, and wrestled, playing games of love. In their midst, outshining all that lily beauty, sat my mother. Her hair was a warm brown, each strand so lustrous it seemed lit from within. She would have felt my father's gaze, hot as gusts from a bonfire. I see her arrange her dress so it drapes just so over her shoulders. I see her dab her fingers, glinting in the water. I have seen her do 1,000 such tricks 1,000 times. My father always fought for them. He believed the world's natural order was to please him. "Who is that?" my father said to Oceanus. Oceanus had many golden-eyed grandchildren from my father already, and was glad to think of more. "My daughter, Percy. She's yours if you want her." And if you would like to finish this book, it is available on ebook on the Libby app, or we have the physical copy here in the library. Again, this book is fantastic. Please join me here next week as I read from Jojo Moyes, The Giver of Stars. Have a great week.